Hey YouTube, RepoMan64 back again. I saw a video from Ken Potter, and it really stuck to me. Ken Potter is a titan in that guy's going up a one-way, so I have to turn because somehow he thinks he has the right of way. So to avoid a head-on collision, I'll turn. Let me just go ahead and stop. He's going to ABC Liquor, so I'm guessing. Anyway, he comes out with a video, Ken Potter. If you don't know him, you need to subscribe to him. He's quite amazing. Not as amazing as Jesus, but God has given everybody, we're all part of the body. Every single one of us, you, me, just every single one of us has so much to offer because the Lord has given us these abilities. God has given each one of us something, some strength, I would say. I want to clarify my last video. I got a couple comments. Oh, you're saying that Dr. Berry's wrong. No, I'm not. I'm saying Dr. Berry is correct. He is absolutely correct. When you use the calendar that Dr. Berry is using, and you look at the new moon, it does land on the Feast of Trumpets. What I'm saying is Satan attempted to confuse us by bringing out just a bunch of different calendars, and the most ridiculous one is the Gregorian calendar. But even on the Gregorian calendar, what's amazing is that there are days that we celebrate that line up with certain feast days, which is kind of amazing to me how it still lines up even so. And as you know, I've looked at the Enoch calendar. So what I meant by my last video was that even the Enoch calendar is testifying to this date. That this date, October the 8th, 7th, I talked with Sabine. She said I might be off a date. She might be off a date, she said. We're trying to, well, she is. She's much better at this than I am. I love all of her videos. But we're trying to hammer down, figure out exactly when the Feast of Tabernacles begins. Then when it ends, it gets lit. You'll notice here, I took a picture of this, and that's not it. I took a picture of this right here. You'll notice that from left to right, Passover, unleavened bread, first fruits, this is everything Jesus did, and it is fulfilled. Then Pentecost, the Holy Spirit was sent. It was sent 50 days after Jesus rose. Now, the ones that are not fulfilled is Tabernacles, all the way to the right. That's the next candle to be lit. Now this, what amazes me is that even though the Jews were told, they were told, he told Moses, this is the head of your year, and that happens in March. Yet the Jews, even today, are still following Enoch and calling the head of the year in September. Why are they still doing that? Because God is allowing us to see that Enoch is relevant. Enoch was taken to the seventh heaven. He wrote down everything he saw on a calendar as to time. His years, 364 days, plus there is a day out of time, which I think I found there in September. But my point is, the next candle to be lit. Now, this is according to the Enoch calendar. I am in no way trying to say that anyone's wrong and that the Feast of Tabernacles is wrong. I'm sorry, the Feast of Trumpets is wrong and it's not happening on the 8th. It is. But it's also the Tabernacles according to Enoch. So it's amazing. Don't you think it's amazing how God still, even though all these calendars were mixed up by Satan himself, still says, okay, go ahead and mix them up. I'll still use them and show you how everything lines up anyway. If you light that menorah candle at the end of Tabernacles, you land on October the 8th. I didn't push that. I didn't make that happen. That is just where it lands. It might be October the 7th, Sabine says. But even Dr. Barry Oz is looking at the 7th and 8th, and I'm not going against him because I think he's right. I think according to that calendar that he's using, it is actually accurate. I think if we sit down and line up all of these calendars, we're going to come to similar dates or right on the same date. But I wanted to show you something. Who is Jesus? Who is he? That we should worship him. And I think that Ken Potter just made a video, and I think you should go watch it. It's more involved than what I'm going to show you. But I think he just nailed it down perfectly, and it really grabbed my attention, and I think it's going to grab yours too. So, without further ado, Mr. Ken Potter.
Yeshua, Son of God. Who is he? Maybe somebody asked you to watch this video. Right, Paul? The Amish people are building a house right over there, so apologize for that. They do great work, by the way.
I'm not sure why we can't hear him.
Let me introduce you to my king.
This is not going to be good if we can't hear him.
He is all-powerful, immortally graceful, impartially merciful. He stands alone in himself. He is unique, preeminent, supreme, and unparalleled. He is the loftiest idea in literature. He is the highest personality in philosophy. He is the fundamental doctrine of theology. He is the supreme problem in higher criticism. He is the Son of God. He was born of a woman so that we could be born of God. He humbled himself so that we could be exalted. He became a servant so that we could be made joint heirs. He suffered rejection so that we could become his friends. He gave himself so that we could freely receive all things. He blesses the young, he defends the elderly, he delivers the captives, he discharges the debtors, he forgives the sinners, he heals the sick, he strengthens the weak, he rewards the diligent, he sympathizes, and he saves.
I don't know if you could hear that or not. I don't think you could. I'm not sure. Let me try something real quick. Let me try something real quick. Maybe this will do it.
His offices are many, his reign is righteous, his promises are certain, his goodness is unlimited, his light never fades, his love never changes, his grace is sufficient, his mercy is everlasting, his word is perfect, and his word is enough. His yoke
I apologize. I don't know what happened, but please go watch this video. Ken Potter really just nailed down exactly who Jesus is. He's something else, and very worth following. Very, very worth worshiping. And basically, Ken Potter says the reason we are here going through this nightmare that we're going through is because we are learning that Satan didn't have the foundation that we have. He didn't have a foundation to fall back on to understand that he didn't deserve worship. We've gone through all of this. We know who deserves worship. We know when left to our own devices, excluding God from our lives, we can see what the world has become. And it's super important. I'm going to play this back. Man, I hope Ken Potter's voice came through. If it didn't, please go watch his video. It is an eye-opener. And we'll talk with you later. Repo Man 64. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And go to a quiet place by yourself. There's no more time. There's no more time. You don't need to tell anybody. Nobody needs to know. And ask Jesus into your heart. And we'll talk with you later.